Hi everyone, this is Christina from Mexchic, and I made a new collection called Celestina. I wanted to show the process that I chose to work with this time. There's 3 different techniques and 3 different colors. We sewed everything in our studio before dyeing, and sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I do dye the fabric before and then we sew, but this time I wanted to do things a little differently to get kind of more specifically the end look that I wanted. So yeah, the processes I used were dyeing with indigo, Cocineal, and Sacatlali, which is a parasitic vine that grows around the world, but specifically in Oaxaca, it's used as a traditional dye. So what I did, some is actually growing in the garden. You can see in this video with a yellow vine. It has a beautiful kind of bright fluorescent yellow-green color. And I wanted to use this vine to actually do something called an eco print, which is printing kind of the color onto the fabric, not actually making a dye bath, which you can also do with this dye material. And the dye material is also called in the United States and Wikipedia Cuscuta. I've actually seen it grow driving around Appalachian mountains in kind of like an orange color. It looks almost like a pasta. Here in Oaxaca also they call it kind of fideo, which means like a kind of spaghetti pasta. And so what I do is also for the botanical prints, I wrap them around something called carizo, which is similar to a bamboo. It's hollow inside, so it gets heated really well. And I wrap the fabric with the plant material around the carizo, and then I steam it. So that process was the first one. And then the second is working with cochineal, which gives a gorgeous kind of light pink color. So I also source cochineal locally. It's grown here. And I like to use a tea bag to make extractions with the cochineal because you get a cleaner dye bath and it's kind of like a more exacting way to get the color that you want. You can control the color more. And you don't also get splotchy, which sometimes also looks nice and I like, but not in this case. I wanted a clean kind of light pink dye. It was also June, so June bugs were everywhere and visiting us during the process. And so was my dog, Patricio, who asked for lots of pets and massages through the couple days that it took me to do this collection. Usually when I make a new collection, the dyeing process takes about a week, and I typically work late into the night because the Oaxacan sun is just blazing. And in this case, I also needed to finish up the colors with a light blue, and I wanted to make that with indigo, which I had purchased in 2004 in September in Santiago, Niltepec, which is where they produce indigo and grow it. And so you see me here grinding the indigo. It's stinky, kind of like a funky manure-ish smell, natural but also funky. And it needs to ferment for at least 24 hours. I use Michele Garcia's organic fat recipe, which has worked wonderfully over the years. And so yeah, as you can see, it has a beautiful kind of sheen to it. And I leave that to sit overnight. And in the morning, I started to prepare a larger vat so I could work with multiple pieces of clothing at once. And I unfortunately need to get a head cam because I couldn't work with the indigo and then film at the same time. But as you can see, the color blue just came out beautifully. And then also has like a kind of light green color when it mixes with the yellow, and then it turns into a little bit of purple when it mixes with the pink. So it's just a beautiful layering of colors. And so here's the collection. It looks so pretty. It's basically what I had in mind, and I'm really excited with how it turned out. It's always nerve-wracking because, especially in this case, the pieces were already cut and sewn. So if I did mess something up, which in the end I kind of didn't, I don't know, I've learned to embrace the errors and incorporate them into the work itself. And I'm just really happy with how lovely everything turned out. I made some beautiful, kind of elegant drapey pieces out of this really cool stretch silk. It's 100% silk, but it feels almost like a lycra. It's exquisite. And as you can see, the mixing of the colors looks just really beautiful. Each time I make a new collection, it's more or less a challenge just for myself that I decide what I want to play with, what colors, what techniques. And each time it comes out very different than the last one, but it's just a personal challenge to myself creatively to see if I can do what I have in my head and execute it. And this time it definitely worked out. So yeah, the colors I think are just beautiful. This is a skirt that can be a dress. It's also out of the silk kind of lycra. It has an elastic waist band, but also at the bottom. So you can scrunch it up or down, make it a mini dress or a skirt. It's pretty versatile and adorable. And then there's another long dress. It's kind of more of like a column that is also just looks like a sunset. So lovely. This piece also with a blouse and a skirt on cut on the bias. I actually took one for myself because I loved it so much. So this is the collection Celestina, and it'll be available at our store in Oaxaca. I am not going to be putting it up online except images on this video so you can see how it's made and see images of it. But if you are interested in making a purchase of a piece, definitely send me an email or a message on Instagram and I'll get back to you with sizing. I also tried to make everything, as always, pretty size inclusive because these are one of a kind pieces, like you can see in this wrap top. It is beautiful. You can wear it 5,000 different ways, but it is very adjustable and size friendly. The skirt is also cut on the bias, so it fits a wide range of sizes and body types. The skirt has an elastic waist also, which is just much more comfortable. And I made some cute kind of pajama pants that you can wear during the day, little bias cut dresses, like a silk t-shirt. And yeah, that's the collection. I hope you can come to Oaxaca and visit it in person. And if not, please definitely reach out if you'd like more information. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And I look forward to making another one. I'm going to make a new collection in the next couple months with completely different technique and colors. Thank you so much.